Moving on to part 2 of problem 527, job costing with activity-based costing. Alright, so we've already worked this problem using a plant-wide overhead rate for our overhead. Now we're going to rework it, find out new costs for job 1 and 2 using activity-based costing for each of these activities: purchasing, setups, engineering, and other. And of course we have the basis to use our drivers here, and so we need to figure out what is the rate for purchasing based on number of purchase orders, what is the rate for setups based on number of setups, what is the rate for engineering based on engineering, what is the other based on number of machine hours. Alright, so let's do our rates and then we can figure out job 1 and job 2 costs. See if they're any different from when we did plant-wide. Alright, so purchasing rate. Our purchasing we know is 40,000, and we think we're going to do 5,000 total purchase orders. So 40,000 divided by 5,000 is $8 per order. Alright, so for purchasing we're going to use a rate of $8 per order. For setting up costs are $37.05. And we're going to do it per setup. So we know that there's 500 setups per year approximately. So $37.05 divided by 500 is equal to $75 per setup. Engineering is based on engineering hours, so it's going to be $45,000. They just tell us that, $45,000, and they tell us we think we're going to spend $2,500 for 2,500 hours, right? So that is equal to $18 per engineering hour. And finally, our other costs are going to be based on machine hour. So our other costs total $40,000, and we feel like we're going to use 50,000 machine hours. So that is going to be equal to 80 cents per machine hour. That is just Trudy. You know she's rotten. Alright. She hears something outside, I guess. Alright. So now we have our rates, and we are going to go ahead and redo our jobs. And let's see. The direct materials hasn't changed. So direct material is still $4,500 for job 1 and $93.40 for job 2. Direct labor is the same. Alright, so direct labor is still $1,200 for job 1 and $2,100 for job 2. And now the overhead is what's going to be different. So overhead, now we've got our purchasing, which is $8 per order. So for job 1, the orders are going to be 15, and so that is equal to $120. And for job 2, the purchases are going to be about 20, he thinks. So 8 times 20 is going to be 160. Alright, and then we'll have setups. Right, and so setups we said was 75 each. And for job 1 we're going to have 3. So that's going to be 225. And for job 2 we're going to have 4 setups. So that's going to be 300. After setups we do engineering. And we said engineering was $18 per hour. For job 1, we'll spend 45 hours on engineering, which is going to end up being 810. And for job 2, we're going to spend only 10 hours on engineering, so that's 180. All right, and the last thing we have to spend money on is other. And our rate for other was 80 cents per machine hour. So 0.8, and we think we'll use 200 machine hours. That's right, they were the same. 200 machine hours for both. So that's 160 and 160. So job 1 now is going to total 7015. And I mean, job 1 is going to be 7015, and job 2 is going to be 12240. All right. So that's a bit of a difference, and 300 for job 1, and about 200 for job 2. But it is a difference. It's not like these are huge, giant orders. All right, and of course we have to add our 40% markup. So 40% is 2806, and 40% is 4896. So we end up with a bid of 9821 and 136. So you get a little more detail with activity-based costing. I guess in theory that means we got a better bid. Right, we know our costs better, so we can give a better bid and not lose money or something like that. All right, so that's it for job costing. It's just about accumulating the costs and ending up with how much the job cost. All right, you might want to go work on the homework yourself, and if you get stuck anywhere, give me a call.